Welcome everyone to an interview with one of our traders. Today we have a very special guest with us, a trader who has just received his first payout from Funding Pips. He's here to share his journey and experience. So let's get started. Welcome, Jordan. Congrats with your payout. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background?
My name is Jordan Bradshaw. I've been trading just over a year and a half now. I mainly got introduced to trading through basically just seeing all the Instagram traders, and I wanted to get rich quick, basically, and I was deeply punished, very quickly, and I figured I had to learn the rules of the market the hard way. Hence why I've only got my first payout 2 years down the line.
That sounds amazing. It's a bumpy road, let's say that.
Yeah,
Can
exactly.
you tell us a little bit more about your journey joining Funding Pips and how you got started there?
Funding Pips, I went through a lot of prop firms. Not gonna lie, I went through at least 4 or 5. I've passed so many accounts, I've failed so many accounts, I've been promised withdrawals, and I've been lied about withdrawals. Funding Pips was the first firm Khalid has started along with yourself, and I feel like this was definitely the best way to progress as a trader while also benefiting from financial withdrawals.
That's great. That's great hearing that. Do you have certain routines you do before you start trading?
Not necessarily. I like to be fully awake, as if you were sleepy, you can not really know what you're doing, and you're risking a risky game. As I believe trading is 90% psychology and discipline, and I believe actually having a skill on the charts is only the small significant amount, 10-20%. Um, Ideally, I like to actually walk my dog because I figured getting ready for the day ahead, getting ready for the chart. It's not an easy thing to do, and I feel like anyone who takes that easy approach will suffer. You have to have a clear mind and be very focused.
So walking the dog out is like resetting your brain.
Exactly. Completely, surely everything out only on the charts.
If that works for you, it sounds great. I have your account here, your dashboard. Um, you requested your payout when you reached $1,500 in profit, but you reached almost double that on the maximum equity reached, as seen here, which was 53.3K. Let me get the chart as well.
Actually, a funny thing about that. So I figured I should have paid myself a lot quicker than I should have. To get that forced withdrawal in the bank is it's a lot. And once you feel that freedom, and once you feel like you have that power, it will you feel a lot more confident when it comes to the charts, and you want a lot more withdrawals quicker. It's like I learned in trading. It's 100. You cannot be greedy. If you be greedy, you will suffer. And this exactly what happened. I made double the money on this account, and I thought I could reach 54k. I would think I was 780 pips in profit, and I had a 15, 16 pip stop loss, and I went back and I lost 0.25% or of my 1%. And realistically, I should have just withdrawn that profit. I should have took half partials, anything I should have done to gain profit, because I suffered the consequences and I only withdrew half of what I could possibly make.
We look at your win rate, it's 36%, which isn't relatively high in the markets. But if
Yeah.
you look at your risk management, it's straight on point. Do you have a certain system for your risk management?
Ideally, many people like to place 2, 3 trades a day because that's what they psychologically can handle. I don't look at it as a game. It's a game with rules, and if you follow them rules correctly, everyone's game will work. Um, so I like to use risk at least 20 pips per trade, and I like to lower my lot size. So I could using my 1%, I could have at least 5 to 6 trades a day, as I enjoy scalping. I wouldn't consider myself an intraday, and definitely not a swing trader. I like scalping. I like being in and out of trades within minutes, as this is the way I was taught, and this is the way I feel most comfortable being profitable.
Sounds great. If we look at your instruments, you only trade gold. Is there a reason why?
I've learned a lot about other currencies, but I don't feel as if I even US 30. I don't feel like anything moves as fast as gold, especially the strategy I learn. I feel like you could have this risking the same amount of money. You could be waiting twice as long on a currency, and you could be risking twice as much. But with gold, 100 pip volatile markets, if there was news one day or possibly not news, gold could within 2 or 3 minutes go 100 pips, and on currencies it would take a few hours, sometimes days. And I feel like me having the ability of being in our trades in minutes is a lot more powerful than having to put in your brain through that time of being a swing trader.
That makes sense. If you said you are a scalper, getting in and out quick, um, and I think the movement of gold, matches your trading strategy. And I think it's also better to focus on one instrument than multiple instruments. What's your idea about that?
Um, as I've talked to many traders. Many traders have asked me so many questions, and I could be as much benefit as I can. But all I can say is my personal experience in the market and my truth I've learned from using indicators, from using so many indicators, from using trend lines, from using it's. I genuinely truly believe in pure price action. I believe wicks and volume and the banks run trading world. I feel like you're many people use many different strategies, and I'm not judging them. Everyone has their own way of trading. But personally, for me, true price action, true power of the candles will always tell the story. And gold has the most volatility. Therefore, I can benefit mostly from gold.
So you don't really use indicators.
No,
All
I
right.
feel I feel like they're a false belief in some people. They need that extra confirmation in their mind, and they don't trust price action.
All right. Sounds great. I had one question about your experience with our trading conditions, the spreads and slippage. What is your experience?
Um, Specifically with gold, my spread I could put my stop loss to break even very quickly, and it would pull back most of the time, whether in a buy or a sell. And 9 times out of 10 on a live account or even other prop firms, I'd be stopped out. Generally main down to the spread, especially specifically on gold. I feel like when I risk amount of money, it's not actually taking that much commission nor slippage. So I feel like when I do place that lot, it's very close to the lot, and I'm actually gaining the same amount of money. And when it comes to withdrawals, and when it comes to hitting percentages gains at the end of the week or end of your month, I feel like they're very close to the market, and you don't have to worry about spread, slippage, or commission with funding pips.
That sounds great. I think also you're a scalper, so it has more effect on you if there's more slippage. Is that correct?
Exactly. And one of the main things about funding pips is all the rules. Most other rules in different prop firms are very, very different, and but also very, very the same. Some people could complain about funding pips, and some people would be very monumental about funding pips. And for me personally, if you're a scalper and you know exactly, you trust your instinct, you trust your personality, and you accept the loss and you accept your win, I feel like you will go long term in this game, especially down to these rules. The fact that funding pips has a trailing loss rule, I feel like, and many people don't agree with or many people can disagree or like don't agree with the 30-second stop loss rule. I feel like this plays a huge part as progressing as a trader. And I feel like having the ability of not placing a stop loss sooner or later can convince them of their own personal analysis. And I feel like having that rule will definitely have exponential growth.
Thank you for saying that, because we designed the rules in a way that we want that once you're funded with us, you remain funded. That's our main goal. And our trailing loss ID is once you make enough profit, the 6%, and it locks in your initial balance, you get the freedom. If I look at your account, actually, you have reached the 6%. And as you see, the trailing loss locked at 50K. And still, you requested your payout, you stayed rational, which is great to see. And indeed, the stop loss rule is to make sure that our traders are aware of how much they risk in the markets, and not blowing up their account. And that's another focus.
Yeah, of course, I could wait and I could gain 20K in the market, but it's not going to benefit me. I want to get paid quick. Me personally, I want to get paid quick. For the average worker, they would be my payout within 3 to 4 days would be someone's monthly salary, and I feel like you have to understand that in the reality of the world, trading can be such a easy way if you play by the rules.
That's true. Like it's in the end, it's how much capital you can manage, and it's in the end, it's percentage. And congrats once again on your payout. You said fast payment. How was your experience with us when it came to you receiving the payout?
Um, to be honest, I was very surprised of how quickly it was received into my account. I could have received by bank transfer, but that could have been more than 48 hours as I chose the crypto payment. I received the crypto within minutes once my crypto details were sent over, and then I exchanged the crypto into my own personal currency, in which only literally took maximum to 2 to 5 minutes with logging in and receiving confirmation text to know that it's me actually withdrawing it. And it was in my account within 5 to 6 minutes due to crypto payment. And all that literally took before less than 24 hours. The only thing was the emailing of details, and was it.
Yeah, first time we need a little bit of details before we can send over the payout.
Of
And
course.
you have chosen for crypto. Indeed, that's way faster because we don't have to deal with banks. Um, as everyone knows, banks are slow.
I 100% agree.
So I'm glad that we could do it that fast and you received it that quickly. As a successful trader, do you have any advice for aspiring traders who might want to follow in your footsteps?
I believe anyone that wants to be profitable in trading, you have to accept your loss, you have to be extremely disciplined, and you have to stick to the rules. If you feel like you can follow these 3 steps, I feel like anything is possible. For a person to make 100 grand on your average working salary, it will be taking months if to years. If you stick to making a certain percentage each week instead of looking and worrying about the capital after every week or every day, I feel like you'll be very surprised of what the outcome will be.
That sounds great. I think that's a great ending. Thank you, Jordan, for sharing your story. We wish you a success in your trading journey, and glad that you wanted to share this story now.
Thanks very much, and to you and to everyone else in the Fund and Pips.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.